Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to another episode of Mazda with Ace Attorney Investigations. In the last episode, we continued on with the investigation. We got Manfred von Karman to let us continue investigating because he thought that there's no point, but you know what? We decided to just continue going on with it because we need to figure this out. We decided to talk to you and Gumshoe to just confirm their stories and of what they were doing, what happened. And then we decided to investigate the hallway where we found out that Detective Gumshoe was eating a Swiss roll from one of the vending machines, but it cost $6 and he only had $5 on hand. So how did he buy the Swiss roll? We don't know. Also, there was a little pink rubber piece that was previously in the form of a balloon that was popped by a cactus on the windowsill. I don't know what all of this means, but yeah, now we're just gonna go and talk to the judge right here because we have another thing to confirm with him. So, September 10th, 5:15 p.m., District Court number 3. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to test your witness testimony to see how it stands up. Do you doubt me? Am I a new suspect? In a sense, I suppose you could say that. Even you, a judge, is nothing but a common witness before a von Karma. Silence in the courtroom! Silence, I said! Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von Karma, Mr. Edgeworth, the Miss Genius Prosecutor successor to Manfred von Karma. You bit your tongue again, didn't you? Ahem. As a defender of the law, I could never give false testimony. You can even place me under oath if you want. Very well then. Your testimony, if you please. During the recess, I went to the restroom. There was a window on the hallway side. In other words, I could see into the hallway. As I entered, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines. But when I was about to exit the restroom, he had completely disappeared. A detective that goes missing while on duty? That sounds mighty suspicious to me! Your Honor, can you please try to remain calm? Oh! I'm so used to simply listening to testimonies that I got caught up in the excitement. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to spoil your fun now. Are you sure that the person you witnessed was Detective Gumshoe, Your Honor? Yes, I'm absolutely sure. It's hard to miss someone of his stature, even from as far away as the restroom. Besides, I can't think of anyone else with that kind of hairstyle and big beige coat. Well, I was simply wondering if you were mistaken in what you saw. What? Preposterous! My eyes are as sharp as can be, ready to see through lies to the truth. Although recently, things do seem to be a bit fuzzier than they used to be. Clearly, his eyes are not the only things that have gone fuzzy. But allow me to say with all the honor and dignity of a judge, I am not mistaken in what I saw. He disappeared? But Your Honor, didn't you just say, I saw that detective buying something from the vending machines? Why yes I did! The restroom window looks over the courtyard and right into the hallway. But as I was about to exit, I took another look and there was no one in sight. That led me to the only solution to this mystery. That detective must have gone into the crime scene, lobby number 2 at that point. So he looked into the hallway from the restroom and over the courtyard, did he? Your Honor, I ask that you please remain calm. No, I'm perfectly calm. You're being anything but perfectly calm. It appears that His Honor could not have been mistaken in what he saw. I suppose so, given his line of sight. However, Francisca, why do you suppose our lines of sight are so different? If you're referring to my height. Can't you hold that whip still for just a second? Now, about His Honor's testimony. I believe his line of sight to be an important factor. If it's that important, why don't you hurry up and tell him already? I will, but there's one more thing I need to do if I'm to correct his Honor's testimony. I'm going to need to retrace Detective Gumshoe's movements. Okay, hold on. Nice.
Well, what was that finger wag for, Edgeworth? And don't you know it's rude to shout objection while someone is giving testimony? Ha! If you truly are a man of the law, then you must always be vigilant. For example, I myself never let an opportunity to shout objection pass me by.
Miles Edgeworth, it's one thing to be passionate about your job, but this is really real life.
This is what some people may say is the pot calling the kettle black. Your Honor, I wonder if you might take a look at this for me. What is that filth? How dare someone dirty the hallway bench like that? Who is the culprit? That party is hereby found guilty of uncleanliness. If you must know, the uncouth bench sullier has already been placed under arrest thanks to your earlier testimony, Your Honor. Oh, well that's good, but who was it? We were able to discover something from the smudge on the bench, namely Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints. I'm not happy with committing just murder and he had to go and dirty the courthouse too? Guilty! Your Honor, please calm down. While it's true that the detective is the one who made the mess on the bench, we have not yet established that his action is related to the double murder. What do you mean? I believe that the detective bought a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine, and then promptly sat down on the bench to eat one. The cake crumbs and pieces of chocolate on the floor are at the bench, and Detective Gumshoe's fingerprints prove my conclusions to be true. Oh, but I still don't understand. Is this whole thing related to how I couldn't see him as I was leaving the restroom? It is indeed. The window in the hallway was built rather high up onto the wall, at around a grown adult's chest height. As evidence, I submit that Franziska herself was unable to see out that window. Ugh! I knew I shouldn't have used her height as evidence. But basically, what this means is that the area directly under the hallway window is a blind spot when the hallway is being viewed from the men's restroom. Then... It seems that you have made the connection. If someone were to sit on the bench under the window... Yes, even someone as large as Detective Gumshoe would effectively disappear from sight. What? Do you finally see, Your Honor? Your testimony has just proven that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway the entire time. Sorry. I didn't mean to say it with that much enthusiasm, that I got a speech bubble of my own. Here, let me try that again. Hold it! Is there something of value that you'd like to say? Yes, actually there is. I remembered something else just now. Mr. Edgeworth, please allow me to testify to the court one more time.
Even if we overruled him, he'd just keep on talking, wouldn't he?
That might not be a bad thing. The more info, the better in a perfect investigation, right? I suppose it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom window. However, that doesn't mean that the detective was sitting there when I looked. Anyway, I forgot to testify earlier about probably the most important detail. As I was leaving the restroom, I heard the loud bang of a gunshot. Ugh. How was that? That is the testimony of the one who judges the crimes of others. Your Honor, could you try to state the important facts first next time?
I agree. Before you go around judging others, you should learn to judge your own words.
I'm sorry! But honestly, I thought that sound was just a noise bubble just until now. Now that he mentions it, right before we restarted the trial, he did talk about that. Oh, by the way, was there someone celebrating a birthday during the recess? I could have sworn that I heard a popper going off. Come to think of it, the other day with my grandson... The most critical point in this argument is when did the judge look into the hallway, and whether that lines up with when the gun was actually fired. Your Honor, if I may, I'd like to clarify a few details in your testimony. Okay, I think I know what to do here. Because that popping sound that he heard could possibly be the balloon popping. But we have to get the exact time so that we can compare it with Detective Bad's testimony. Your Honor, about what you've just said. Oh, I know, I couldn't believe it when I saw it. When I was back, they took a gunshot, and I had to jump like this, just like this, with a quick, ah! Your Honor, please remain calm when you're trying to explain yourself to me. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Now then, I must gather myself. Yes. And when I heard the gunshot, there was no one in the hall. I should know. I looked. There was no one there. This judge's emotions, sir, can seem to be stuck on overreact. At this point, nothing stands out to me as a contradiction in his testimony. Francisca, if I'm correct, this testimony is hardly precision quality. I know that. And that's why I said at this point. I think my first line of attack will be to draw more information from His Honor. Really? That wasn't what I had to press? Okay. In that case, do you concede that you were overconfident in your last testimony? Now hold on there. I just said that it's possible you can't see a seated person from the restroom this time. But you know something? I don't think you know when the prints you referenced were left on that bench, do you? Well, you have proven that it's possible that the detective was sitting. I still have a problem with just when those fingerprints were left. He is right. I have yet to prove when the fingerprints were left on that bench. While he feigns ignorance, His Honor has seen a lot of life. This judge, I mustn't underestimate him. As we established, you went to the restroom during the recess. However, at what point in the recess did you look into that hallway? After I called for a recess, I handled a change of prosecutor paperwork. Maybe about 20 minutes until we recovered? Reconvened? Yes, that sounds about right. Just as I expected. What were you expecting? And I demand to know what that all-knowing smile is for. Your Honor, that statement you made just now is very important. I'd like for you to append it to your testimony. Oh, all right, if you insist. Let's see. I looked into that hallway about 20 minutes before we were to reconvene. Let's see. Right before? That's not 20 minutes before, though. Okay. Your Honor, I cannot allow you to make an objection. What? Your Honor, I'm really sorry, but I cannot allow you to not allow me to make an objection. Hey, Gads! I've been overruled! Your Honor, there are simply too many holes in your testimony for my taste. Well, what do you mean by that? You claim that you heard the gunshot during the recess, but that is simply not possible. Mr. New Prosecutor recommended by Manfred von... Instead of biting your tongue, why don't you... I see you have no mercy for the elderly either. Elderly either, Francisca. Don't talk back to me unless you want to be whipped in the back. With your height, you'd need a stepladder of 4 to accomplish that. Mr. Edgeworth, my ears are not that far gone yet, I'll have you know. I can still hear just fine. And I heard the sound of a gunshot loud and clear with my own 2 ears. Ha! Your Honor, I have here an interesting bit of testimony. It's from Detective Bad, and according to him, he heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to start again. What did you just say? Your Honor, you just said that you heard the gunshot about 20 minutes before we were about to reconvene. How do you explain this glaring contradiction? That can't be! Unfortunately, that is the truth. But I heard it clear as day! A bang! The loud sound of a gunshot! The sound of a gunshot. We keep returning to this point of contention, and that piece of evidence. I always did wonder why I found it where I did. However, now I understand what that gunshot the judge really heard was. Unfortunately, Your Honor, this is what really produced the gunshot you heard. I can't speak. Speaking is hard. I found this object in the hallway earlier. Well, what is that pink substance? It may not look it, but this is actually a piece of a balloon. I see. And I suppose you would like me to accept that pink balloon into the court record? Your Honor, I present this piece of evidence in order to overrule your testimony. But what? Your Honor, your argument goes as follows. You saw no one in the hallway when you heard the gunshot. Now, there is no guarantee that the detective was sitting on the bench at that time. Therefore, you believe he must have been at the crime scene, Detective Lobby number 2. Am I correct? Yes, that's exactly right. Let me ask you something. Do you think that the gunshot you heard was produced by a real gun? I think I said enough that even you can figure out the rest on your own. Your Honor, you were fooled by the popping of this balloon into thinking it was a gunshot. What manner of trickery is this?
That was a good effort you put forth, Maz Edgeworth. But if it was me, I'd have wrapped this thing up before the judge even testified.
Care to elaborate on how one ends something before it even begins? Well, to be honest, I did think that the sound was a bit off from a real gunshot sound. But who could have guessed that someone would pop a balloon in a place like this? That's true. One doesn't usually think balloons in conjunction with courthouse. I mean, listen, Gumshoe considers confetti in regards to courthouse. Because he's the one who puts all the confetti during like a victory thing. However, I can't really vouch for its accuracy. Who knew? That giving testimony could be such a difficult thing to do. What have I done? I owe Detective Gumshoe a very, very big apology. I will see to it myself that he is released. Wait. There are still a few things I have yet to resolve about what happened in the hallway. Your Honor, I request your permission to further question Detective Gumshoe. But why? I thought we just cleared his name. Whether we did just now or not, I still cannot say. The only thing I can do for now is to continue in my quest for the perfect explanation. And to that end, I must resolve the remaining issues pertaining to the events that occurred in the hallway. Very well. Bailiff, please bring Detective Gumshoe into the courtroom. I must fulfill my mission and find the perfect explanation to this case. September 10th, District Court, Courtroom number 3. But what is it now? Is it time for my trial already? I've already told you a gazillion times, pal. I didn't do it. I'll be the judge of that, Detective Gumshoe.
No, you won't. I'll be the judge of that.
No. I'm the judge around here, and I'll be the judge of that. Why can't you guys be a little less judgmental? Yes, well, speaking of hasty judgments, Detective Gumshoe, I'm afraid I must apologize for an error in judgment on my part. Your Honor, I don't believe you should apologize just yet. We have yet to prove he is completely innocent of this crime. Oh, I guess so. What are you guys talking about? In any case, I would like you to testify as to your actions while you were on guard duty. And please remember, you are not on trial. This is all just a part of the investigation. As such, you may still be found to be innocent. However, if you should give false testimony... Ew!
My VIP will object loud and clear.
If you are found to be lying, you will be held indefinitely. Understood?
I gotcha, pal.
Thinking back on the state of the crime scene and the judge's testimony, it's obvious that Detective Gumshoe is lying. And if I can't break his lie, then we may never get a break in this case. I came down here to this courthouse on Detective Bad's orders. As soon as I got here, he ordered me to stand guard in front of lobby number 2. From that time on, I heard the gunshot. Until I heard the gunshot, I was in that hallway the whole time. On my honor as a detective, I swear it wasn't me, pal.
He's still singing the same tired tune.
In that case, I'll just have to change the melody. I know he's lying, and it's time I pull the information I need out of him. Okay.
You claim to have been in that hallway the whole time. However, is it not a fact that you did something while you were in that hallway?
Of course I did something. I got in the door to lobby number 2, pal. What else?
Very well then. And what exactly does guarding the door entail?
Well, to put it simply... Oh, I know! It was my job to stand in front of the door without moving an inch!
Oh? Detective Gumshoe, you mean to tell me that you didn't take a single step away from the door to lobby number 2? Is that really what you wish to testify to the effect of?
You got it, pal! I didn't take a single step away from that door, just like I was ordered not to! But why is everyone so quiet all of a sudden?
Because we are all in shock, and in awe of your utter stupidity.
Scruffy, if you're going to tell us, if you're going to lie, at least tell us a more believable one. Ouch! But I'm not lying!
I should hurry up and bring this insipid testimony to a close. Sir, I don't know what to present, but like... There we go. Alright, we're good. I have an objection.
What is it, pal?
Detective Gumshoe, I wonder if you might recognize this from somewhere?
Hey, it's one of those things. The court has special Swiss rolls, right, pal?
Precisely. In that case, I suppose that you also recall the sullied hallway bench.
Hey, you know what? I think it was probably me that did that.
Detective Gumshoe, you know you can't go around dirtying up the courthouse like this.
You inconsiderate slovenly pig. I promise to clean it up later, I swear.
Now then, shall we get down to business about the fact that you didn't move a single step from in front of that door? And if that really were the case, then how were you able to buy a pack of Swiss rolls?
First of all, if you didn't move a single step from in front of that door, how did you manage to get the bench dirty with your grubby hands?
It appears that Francisco's whip can do more damage than my words can.
Alright, I confess, pal. I was hungry, so I bought a pack for myself, okay? I thought I'd get chewed out again if anyone found about me eating on the job, so I didn't want to say anything.
Well, unfortunately for you, I saw you do the whole dastardly deed. I clearly saw you buying a pack of Swiss rolls from the vending machine.
Okay, I'm sorry for lying. But that's all I'm sorry for, you got that? Cause I'm not holding anything else back.
That last statement. It may sound like it makes sense. However, there is something I don't quite believe about it. Are you sure you're not withholding further information from us?
Huh? Of course not! I got nothing else to hide, pal!
Oh, if only that were true, Detective Gumshoe.
But it is true, pal! I swear there's nothing else!
Detective Gumshoe, I'm sure you are aware of the price of a pack of Swiss rolls, correct?
Huh? Write me again, pal? That vending machine out in the hallway is selling packs of 2 Swiss rolls for $6 a pack.
And yet, according to you, you didn't have any cash on you until you cashed your $5 annual bonus check. Isn't that right? Let me ask then, how did you manage to purchase a pack all by yourself? Can you provide me with a proper explanation to that?
I told you, I bought it by myself, pal. There wasn't anyone else in that hallway with me, so there's no one who could have helped me buy it. Wait, don't tell me. You got some kind of proof that there was someone else in that hallway, don't you?
Correct.
As if you could. I mean, what are the chances of that?
Wait, you do? Of course I do.
What? How?
What proof do I have that there must have been someone else in there in that hallway?
Hey, you showed that to me not 2 seconds ago, pal.
I think you're under the mistaken impression that I bought this pack of rolls.
Wait, if you didn't buy it, then that means you must have stolen it, you thief! But I would never do such a thing.
All you liars are the same. You start out as thieves. You're under arrest, pal.
I believe you meant to assert that all thieves start out as liars. And in that case, what does that say about you, detective? This particular Swiss roll was dropped by a certain someone.
Oh!
There were 2 rolls in this package. You ate one of them. But then you gave the other to one... But you then gave the other one to a certain other person, didn't you?
No way, pal! You got it all wrong! I ate both of them!
Oh, dang! It would appear that we've caught you at last.
Hey, don't you dare do anything bad to that girl!
It would appear that they do know each other after all. So why do you continue to come up to me and kick me? Have I wronged you somehow?
I have a name and it's Kay!
Kay what?
Kay Faraday!
Faraday? Are you perhaps Mr. Faraday's daughter?
I'm not a you, I'm a Kay!
Kay, you know, good little girls don't kick other people. Especially not hard enough to leave big nasty bruises like the way you do.
Well then you shouldn't have put Gummy under arrest, mister!
Gummy? My guess is that she's talking about Detective Gumshoe.
That's a cute nickname you've given him. Gummy didn't do anything wrong!
Kay! It appears that I will need to speak with her in a bit more detail.
Ah!
Fucking children. Now then, Kay?
She's like a stray cat.
I wonder if I should feed her something. Here's the Swiss roll you dropped earlier, you hungry, stupid child. Kay, I promise to give this to you if you calm down.
Oh, a Swiss roll!
It really belongs to you though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was saving it for Daddy.
Oh my! Your father, he's...
Ah! Don't you say another word, pal! She doesn't know yet! Thanks for watching out for me, Gummy. But I already know about Daddy. I overheard the guards talking. About how he's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't protect him. Kay.
I'm not gonna cry! I'm not gonna...
It's alright. Let it all out. Your father just passed away after all. I myself was also involved in a case at this courthouse when I was a young child. A case in which my father, who was a defense attorney, passed away. All of my dreams of becoming a lawyer were crushed into fine ash on that nightmarish day. Even now, the wound festers deep in the depths of my soul. Ever since that incident, I've dedicated myself to locking away every criminal I can. And now, to have this happen again right in front of me. This child, I feel a certain shared fate, a common bond between us.
Miles Edgeworth, what sort of gentleman are you? Are you going to just stand there and watch a lady cry?
You're right. Sorry about that. Kay, here. How about we use this handkerchief here and dry your little eyes? Oh, my cravat! Don't blow your nose on that!
I feel better now. Thanks.
Fucking child, you've sullied my cravat! Kay, are you going to be alright?
Yeah, I'm already alright.
Somehow I highly doubt that, but I'm not going to push it.
I promised Daddy I never cry in front of strangers.
And you're a good kid, aren't you, Kay? You always keep your promises, right?
That's right. Even if I can't see Daddy anymore, I'm still gonna keep all my promises.
You're a very brave girl, Kay.
You're a very good child for keeping the promises you made to your papa. I'll even testify that you didn't cry just for you. Thank you very much, lady. It's nothing. I'm only telling the truth after all.
It would appear that because her father was a respected prosecutor, Francisca is sympathetic to Kay's feelings. Kay, what kind of person was your father?
Daddy was a hero of justice. His job was to catch all the bad people in the world.
So to you, a prosecutor is a hero of justice, huh? I suppose we are in a sense, as we are the ones who seek guilty verdicts for criminals.
Plus, you know what? Whenever I came to the courthouse, Daddy would buy me my absolute favorite treat, Swiss rolls.
Oh?
I want to be a hero of justice someday, just like Daddy. So I've been working really hard.
I see. And what have you been working hard on?
I've been working hard to keep all the promises Daddy and I made together.
A promise notebook? May I take a look inside, Kay?
Sure, okay.
It appears to be an exchange diary of sorts between father and daughter. Mr. Faraday's writing conveys a sense of the kind of man he was. This little notebook just might come in handy later. Thank you for showing it to me, Kay. I hope you'll continue to work hard and become a hero just like your father.
I'm gonna try.
Hey, Kay! So I'm a detective that catches the bad people, right? That makes me a hero too!
Yeah, you're really cool too, Gummy.
Yeah, aren't I, Kay? What is with the two of them? Oh, I hand out verdicts of justice, so that makes me a hero too!
Yes, and thanks to your oh-so heroic testimony, you almost painted that detective as a vile criminal and sent him off to jail.
Well, I'm really sorry about that.
Gummy is not a bad man, okay?
That poor judge. He's being treated like a vile criminal rather than a hero of justice. It appears that you and Detective Gumshoe are good friends, Kay.
Yeah, we're friends.
In that case, would you mind telling me a little more about him? So I take it that you ran into Detective Gumshoe earlier?
Yup. I was on my way to see Daddy when I saw Gummy standing there. He was standing in the hallway staring really hard at the vending machine, so I said hi.
And when was this?
Huh? Oh, before everything got crazy.
How long were the two of you together?
We only talked for a little while, and then we went on our own ways.
That's right, pal. Kay and I only talked for a little while, and that's it. Oh? Which means we have now confirmed that Kay was in the hallway during the recess, isn't that right? You got me!
I told you to stop picking on Gummy, mister!
Very well then. I'll just have to speak with the good detective in private later. Were you the one who bought this pack of Swiss rolls, Kay?
Well, I didn't really have a lot of money, and I somehow made $1 out of all the pennies and quarters I had, but that still wasn't enough, and I really, really wanted one.
Come to think of it, she did come and ask me to exchange a handful of change for $1. And that's when you came and asked me to change your money, correct?
Yeah, thanks so much for doing that, mister.
Sure. But let me ask you, even with that $1, you still didn't have enough, correct?
Well, that's why...
Hey, if you bully Kay anymore, I'm gonna have to arrest you, pal!
Needs I remind you that you're the one already under arrest?
Yeah! I sense that Kay is going to be less than forthcoming with this question.
Sorry about your ruffly thing.
Yes, well, now that it's positively drenched in your nasal mucus. Don't worry, Kay, I have a spare. I always keep spare cravats on hand for annoying little children.
But Daddy said, never take things from a stranger.
Ah, it's one of the promises you made in your promise notebook, correct?
Yeah! Look, see? It's right here on this page.
Never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. Alright then, I'm not giving this to you. I'm merely allowing you to borrow it. You can take it home, wash it nice and clean, and then give it back to me next time we meet.
Okay! Daddy never said I couldn't borrow things from strangers.
Now then, Detective Gumshoe. Uh-oh. I believe it is now crystal clear that you were with little Kay in that hallway.
Oh, I told you to stop being mean to Gummy! Miles Edgeworth, there are some things you still have yet to resolve.
I beg your pardon?
You still haven't offered an explanation for why that man would lie to us.
That's, well...
Gummy, don't tell me you lied for my sake.
Hey, don't worry about it, Kay. Everything's gonna be okay. Ah, so that's why.
So what was Detective Gumshoe's motive for lying? If you can't explain that, then you can't call this a perfect investigation.
His reason for lying is very simple.
What?
Here is what I believe to be his reason. From simple observation of the detective's actions and his interactions with Kay, it's obvious the detective was lying for the young girl's sake. And this piece of evidence will show you exactly why. Which piece of evidence proves that Detective Gumshoe was lying on account of Kay? Could it just be like the simple fact that her dad is Byrne Faraday? I mean, I don't know, man.
Mr. Faraday and Kay's promise notebook? How does this explain anything?
If you could take a look at this page, it's clearly written that Kay should never take things from a stranger. When Detective Gumshoe heard about that promise, he tried to cover for Kay.
What's a foolishly foolish fool's fool of a foolish reason for a fool?
Ow!
Gummy, you lied because of me, didn't you?
'Cause I'm your friend, Kay, that's why!
Gummy!
At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you... Fuck. Sorry, there's a spam call on my phone right now. At long last, Detective Gumshoe, can you please tell me the whole truth now? Guess there's no beating you, huh, pal? Okay, I'll spill the goods. I've been standing guard for a while. I was getting really hungry and that snack vending machine was taunting me.
But all the cash you had on you was $5 and that wasn't enough to buy anything, right? After all, the cheapest item in that machine is a $6 pack of Swiss rolls.
Yeah, but then, like an angel from heaven, Kay showed up.
I was thinking about sharing a snack with Daddy, so I wanted to buy a Swiss roll. But I only had about $1 in coins.
So we pulled my $5 and her $1 together and bought a pack of Swiss rolls together.
But I was worried about breaking one of my promises. So then Gummy said,
Mr. Faraday is one scary guy when he gets mad. But don't worry, you won't get in trouble if I don't tell, right? Besides, you bought it with me. See, you didn't really get it from me, you know?
He told me it'd be okay. And he gave me a whole roll to save and give it to Daddy. Who knew that Scruffy could be so considerate?
Indeed. Detective, I take it that you then sat down on the bench and ate the rolls together? Yeah, we split the other roll and ate it right then. The sweet taste of that cake's chocolate. I'll never forget it as long as I live, pal. Anyway, Kay, I believe this also belongs to you.
Oh, that's from the balloon I popped. It's bad manners to leave garbage lying around, Kay. I'm sorry. Well, I guess I can't blame you for not throwing this piece away. It was sitting high up on a windowsill where you couldn't see it. So just this once, I forgive you. But that balloon... I wanted to surprise Gummy a little, so I popped it on purpose. And because of me, Gummy dropped half of the Swiss roll.
Wow, you really got me there, pal!
So I thought maybe I should give Gummy this other roll. And then I saw you picking on Gummy, mister.
So you kicked me, is that it?
You sure are a feisty one. I'm really sorry, mister.
It's alright, I'm perfectly unharmed. But about this Swiss roll, would it be alright with you if I held onto it until Detective Gumshoe is cleared of all charges and free to go?
Yeah, sure. Just make sure you give it to Gummy afterwards, okay?
Of course, I promise. Now then, I believe we have proven beyond the shadow of a doubt that Detective Gumshoe was in the hallway for the entire duration of his duty, which undeniably proves that Detective Gumshoe could not have committed the double murders.
Actually, it proves just the opposite, Edgeworth. You've just shown that Detective Gumshoe was the only one who could have committed the crime.
What do you mean?
It's client's rude to eavesdrop, Miss Yu. I'm getting lectured on manners by a girl with a penchant for whipping people.
What? How dare you talk back with such insolence? You're wrong, lady! Gummy's not the bad guy!
Oh, and what have we here? What is a child doing here in a courthouse? Bailiff, please take this child in.
But Miss Callisto, that girl is Mr. Faraday's.
I know, so what? You think that just because she's the victim's daughter, she gets to just run around wild all around the crime scene? I think it's actually quite dangerous for her to speak nothing of getting underfoot.
I suppose you're right. However,
as long as we're in agreement on that point, let's get back to the real issue at hand. Now then, detective, you were in front of the door to the lobby number 2 the entire time, correct?
yeah, but
You see, isn't it obvious that it could only have been the detective? He is the only person who could have gone into lobby number 2 at the time of the murders.
ugh, I have no counter-argument to that.
Don't worry, I've already put in the necessary paperwork for his formal arrest.
But the investigation is far from over.
Oh, that's right. I was gonna speak with you about that. Don't you think it's reckless to talk to the suspect out in the open without a guard?
I suppose it is.
Well, as someone with more experience in law than you, allow me to share something. Always keep a good eye on a criminal, or you may regret what comes of your negligence.
Ooh, Miles, I can't believe you're letting this woman lecture you like this. This is unforgivable as a disciple of Von Karma.
Down, Tigress. Now then, I'll be looking forward to the results of your investigation. So, we're back to square one.
Actually, this is our last chance. I can tell that if we fail to solve this case, Detective Gumshoe will be formally charged under all of the circumstantial evidence. This investigation is not over yet. There's still one location we have to inspect. It's where Detective Bad and Miss Yu were at the time of the crime, lobby number 1.
Alright, okay. So I guess we're just gonna be investigating some more. Alright. Well, that is it for this episode. Roll the end card.
Objection! You haven't hit like and subscribe yet! Hold it! You forgot to ring the bell to get notified whenever I upload! Take that! Click here to watch more of my videos! Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!